and to advance peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county, and of those interests you have committed to our church. Clerk, confirm whether we have quorum.
Honorable Speaker, there is no quorum.
Okay, you're directed to Office of Sergeant Atam. The bell be rang for 10 minutes. The minority whip, I've seen only the majority whip is out, so you also ensure that the members are in. So you mobilize your members so that we have enough quorum to transact the business of the day. So I will give an opportunity to maybe to make some calls outside before the time elapses. Honorable whip of majority and minority, you are in, and the members, and you are supposed to whip people inside, and you are whipping people inside. So you are not doing my work. So I'm requesting you that you go and whip those who are outside, those not who are in front. So kindly, so that you attain the quorum. I'm requesting you so that you can whip the same. Now, I hope also 10 minutes is over. I also direct the Sergeant at Arms, the bell be rung for the next 5 minutes. Clerk, confirm whether we have quorum before the lapse of the 5 minutes. Clerk, confirm whether we have quorum.
Honorable Speaker, quorum is now present.
Order of business.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable Bett.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I beg to table motion on the enhancement, on enhancing the administration.
Honorable Bett, I thought yesterday you had given a notice of motion. So I don't think whether you are tabling the motion, but if you are giving another notice, you can give a notice. But if it is the same motion you have given yesterday, so you wait your turn so that you can move the motion. Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion.
Honorable Bett.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I beg to table motion on enhancing the administrative measures on management of county road machinery. I beg to move the motion on enhancing the administrative measures on management of county road machinery. Aware that Section 5, Part 2 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 bestowed the county government with the function of transport, which includes county roads and county public transport. Further aware that in realization of this function, the county required road machinery in order to realize the fulfillment of this mandate. Realizing that arising from the acquisition of the county road machinery, there has not been fully accountable administrative support system to aid in full operationalization of the county roads machinery to effectively function and cover the requisite road works. Concerned that lack of proper administrative systems on issues including, but not limited to, the supply of fuel, servicing of road machineries, payment of allowances to the attached staff, training of technical staff, on emerging issues, location of the carriage at the sub-county level, and skewed performance appraisal on the construction of the roads per ward. Cognizant that if no efficient administrative system is in place to ensure that the county roads machinery is fully utilized for the benefit of the people, so that the people of Nandi will realize value for money budgeted for the construction of roads, this House resolved that the County Executive Committee member responsible for roads and infrastructure within the next 2 months put in place and ensure and share with the County Assembly deliberate administrative systems to address the shortcoming arising from the management of the county roads machinery, occasioned by inefficiency in human resource, lack of accountability for the management of roads, and management of fuel. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I will welcome members to have a discussion, very much aware that I now ask Honorable Hassan Kagoni to second.
Thank you, Honorable Bett. Maybe I thought that you would want also to defend your motion, but I don't know. You have said that is seconded has been overcome by events. Now, honorable members, I now propose that this House resolves that the County Executive Committee member responsible for roads and infrastructure to within the next 2 months put in place and share with the County Assembly deliberate administrative system to address the shortcomings arising from the management of the county roads machinery occasioned by inefficiency in human resource, lack of accountability for the management of roads machinery, and management of fuel be discussed. Honorable Chelule.
Is currently at a disadvantage. The county roads machinery are at standstill in my ward due to lack of fuel. And I would like to support this motion in total, that there must be a proper system of managing road resources so that roads in the county are maintained to satisfactory standards. I am a victim of my constituents. Posting messages in the social media to the effect that I am doing nothing. This is what I'm saying. I'm doing nothing as far as maintenance of roads is concerned, due to the inefficiency of the roads department in the county, which I believe is not discharging its mandate fully to the required standards. Therefore, I support this motion in total. That's all I can say, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chelule. Members, Honorable Matata.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to support the adoption of this motion, Mr. Speaker, sir. And Mr. Speaker, sir, as you are aware, this is one of the departments that is actually the backbone of economy in every setup. Any road infrastructure, Mr. Speaker, sir, needs actually to be managed in a prudent way. Mr. Speaker, sir, I support that the department should furnish this house. In fact, 2 months is more. The time duration that the honorable member is giving, to me, Mr. Speaker, sir, should not be even 2 months. It should be reduced to even 14 days. Because, Mr. Speaker, sir, you find that the management of this roadwork machinery, to some staff, they are turning the management of this machinery like personal property. They just wake up, they don't want even to know how machines, the scope of work that the machines were doing. You find that I have an incident, Mr. Speaker, sir, in my ward, whereby for the last 10 days, gravel was dumped and it has never been spreaded on the road because of somebody waking up in the morning and withdrawing a machine without even considering the nature of work that the machine was doing. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, one is that these people should give us a proper hierarchy on the management of these machines. Who has the final say on the movement of machine from one ward to another ward? Secondly, Mr. Speaker, sir, let them give a clear system on fleet management. Because, Mr. Speaker, sir, if you go to the roads department, you find that a tipper that was acquired in the year 2020 is now stalled. And when you go to these other private companies, you find a tipper that is even 20 years old up and running on the road. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, this department actually needs a radical surgery. I want to laud the CEO of the department, but inside there we have some cartels who are actually working against this CEO, Mr. Speaker, sir. Because if you find somebody, even an inspector, not even picking calls, and the machines are there working, I, as an honorable member, I have some concerns that should be addressed. But you find an inspector not picking calls of an honorable member. And the same inspector is working in my ward, surely, Mr. Speaker. So we need the department, the CEC and the CEO, they need to sit down and give us a clear hierarchy. Mr. Speaker, sir, we should also be told how many equipment do we have in this department? How many graders? How many dosers? how many excavators, how many wheel loaders, how many tippers. The other time, Mr. Speaker, sir, we were told these machines have been subdivided into sub-counties. But you find that the subdivision has actually not even helped solve anything. Because you find that a machine that is working in Mgwen can be withdrawn here and taken to Tindirate without even the consent of the area MCA. Mr. Speaker, sir, in that schedule that they are going to produce, can the department clearly indicate the role of an elected MCA when the machines are in his ward, his or her ward? Let the role of the elected person be known. So that, Mr. Speaker, you find that sometimes we become victims of circumstances. You find a machine has been withdrawn, the public there are accusing the area MCA, and the area MCA is in total blackout of what is happening. Because we don't have hierarchy. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have an issue to do with fuel. 2 weeks ago, we were told fuel was procured. We have enough fuel. As we are talking currently, Mr. Speaker, there is no fuel. So we also need to be told how much fuel is being procured and what is the interval for procurement of this fuel. Secondly, we should be given a formula that fuel be divided into wards, so that whenever fuel is delivered, let them give us a schedule that each ward has been given like 1,000 liters. Then it will be upon the area MCA with the officials of the department to organize and give priority areas on where these machines should work. Because, Mr. Speaker, sir, fuel is being purchased. After 2 weeks, you are told no fuel. When you try to look what has been done, there is nothing done. So who is actually siphoning this fuel from these machines? So, Mr. Speaker, I really support this motion, but I also request that the time for them to furnish us should be reduced. 2 months is a lot of time. It should be I will move an amendment to reduce it to 2 weeks. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Matata, I think you've contributed a lot, and you would have made that amendment so that the members can discuss whether 2 or 1 week is enough for you. But you have discussed. Maybe somebody else will do one when we be here, but it is not 2 now. And then also, members, this is a very important issue and a very issue that is affecting all the county at large. You need to say what is supposed to be required so that these are machineries and the department will work efficiently. Honorable Whip. I think Honorable Ibu to get is also there, but I give over the opportunity to Honorable Whip.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. However much I stand to support this motion, I'm a bit worried, Mr. Speaker, sir, because, one, if this motion will be moved into two weeks, Chesumei, we are the most suffering because we are still up to now, Mr. Speaker, sir, we passed the budget that we...
2 months, 2 months, eh?
2 months, yes. Okay. Because now I can see members are suggesting that maybe we bring it more early. The reason why I am requesting is that I would wish Jesu may be included, because I remember, Mr. Speaker, sir, we passed a budget that they were supposed to acquire one of the machines to be used in Jesumei. Currently, Mr. Speaker, we only have the hired ones, which are very old. You find that they are taking long to create the roads.
Honorable Whip, are you inputting that the machine that was supposed to be bought is meant for Jesumei? Or for the Nandi County?
Yes, according to the budget, Mr. Speaker, sir, it was included there. Okay. I remember when we were doing the budget.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Whom do you want to inform, Honorable Matata?
I just want to inform the Honorable.
Honorable Whip, when you have given an opportunity another member, you need to freeze. You don't have 2 speakers at the same time, one at a time. Honorable Matata,
thank you, Mr. Speaker,
before
sir.
You complete.
I think I just want to inform Honorable Whip here, Mr. Speaker, that the motion at hand is a motion that is trying to streamline the operations of the county machinery. And Giving it 2 months, Mr. Speaker, it will just work to our disadvantage. So, Mr. Speaker, the issue that the Honorable Whip is raising, I'm requesting Honorable Edwin from Nandi to move an amendment.
No, Honorable Matata, that is not the direction. Honorable Matata, that's not the direction. Honorable Whip, and
thank you, Mr. Speaker, for protecting me. This motion is very important, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I'm a bit worried because if the amendment will be done without the creator for Jesumei, we will be the most disadvantaged, Mr. Speaker, sir. That is why I'm requesting that before the amendment, we be assured of the procured machine, so that when the House will be passing how the workers and how the machines will be running, we will be having the one for the Jesumei. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, unless we be assured that there is a new machine for Jesumei, so that we share among the equally. Otherwise, the justice cannot be done while others, they don't have the machine, Mr. Speaker, sir. So I beg that the machine for Jesumei be bought, and then they share it equally, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Whip, I don't know whether you are now out of the topic, because where is the machinery appears here? Because we are talking about the machinery that are there, Honorable Whip, but this is a matter of concern. Okay, members, that's Honorable members. Let us discuss, and if you have any amendment, you know how to insert the amendment so that we can move the amendment with the said motion. Honorable members, I hope I've seen the members, the mics are on. I don't know whether it is deliberate or maybe it was by default. Honorable Birech, then we'll move to the next.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. First, I would really want to thank County Assembly from Kapchorwa for coming up with such a good motion at this time. You are aware, as we speak now, of our county roads, feeder roads are not passable. In fact, undergoing a serious pressure public because of the said roads. And I think if early enough you would have put measures, we would not be in a position as we are now. And I think what is most important at this juncture, as has been stipulated by this motion, is us to ask ourselves, where is the problem in this department of roads? And I really want to thank what Honorable Matata has said, that infrastructure is one of the backbone sectors of economy. In fact, most of our people cannot transport their goods to the market. Where I come from, where coffee is a major cash crop now, our people cannot transport their coffee or tea to their markets because our roads are no longer passable. And as we speak now, we have never been given a very good administrative way of managing our county machineries. Honorable Speaker, we have never been given a very correct timetable on how county machineries are being utilized. As we speak, we are not even aware how much cost of fuel has been allocated to each and every ward. As we speak now, we are machineries are operational. And such administrative works would have been provided to us early enough so that we know on such a particular week it is in Tindred, after how many weeks it is in Chemase, after how many weeks it is in Kapsimotwa, after how many weeks it is in Songosoba. It's very good to be clear so that honorable members would be able to plan themselves in advance. And during the previous budgeting session, we allocated a lot of money to fuel. And it's very important for us to know, up to now, what is the percentage of utilization of the amount that we had allocated to fuel have been used. And each and every ward, how much amount of fuel has been used. As we speak, Honorable Speaker, personally I've been requesting for a doser to be intended. But doser has been only in only one sub-county, that is Mosop. How many dosers do we have? What is the mode of sharing dosers? Because each and every ward would require a doser. So does it mean it will take 2 years for a doser to reach Tinderet? So I think it is very important for us to ask ourselves, what modalities are we going to use so that we know the states of our roads? And with this motion, if we amend and have fuse within 2 weeks, we shall be heading to a right trajectory. So, and I think when that time comes for amending this motion to 2 weeks, I'll be able to support in full. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Pirech, Honorable Kirongo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to support the motion. And I support it fully, Mr. Speaker. It's very, very important that we do it now. We need to support the department by ensuring that there are measures. You see, Mr. Speaker, having procured fuel, and within a week you are told there is no fuel, Mr. Speaker, it actually discourages. I want to echo the sentiments by honorable member from Kapsabet that there are cartels in the department. The one CEO is really trying, but Mr. Speaker, you know, at least for the first time, the CEO have tried to bring all lorries and even creditors to be in that state that can work. But we have the problem in management. Mr. Speaker, I'm a victim of you are given a grader, and within 2 days, you are told it has been pulled. And then taking it at the odd hours, Mr. Speaker. So I think these administrative measures, we need to put it. And I really support that we even amend to 2 weeks. The earlier, the better. Even the issue of Jesumei can be addressed so that the said credit that you are saying, Honorable Member, it is supposed to be in Jesumei. When it comes, I can assure you, Honorable Whip, that it will work systematically. Say that it is in Jemundu Kamgetuny, and you are assured that it will be there for 1 week or 2 weeks. So, Mr. Speaker, I support this, that time is now. Anybody who is, let us not even discuss more, you can put amendment so that we support. I support, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Sarah Mutual.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also rise to support the motion, and I also applaud the member of Honorable Bett for coming up with this motion. Okay, I've been in the office for the last 1 year, and our roads are surely and they are pathetic. So in my ward, people of Kosirai ward, the only thing that they need mostly from the county government is the roads. They can do other things on their own, but what they require is the road. And the problem we have now in let's say in Chesumei, the hired machines cannot even do anything in our wards. I have one that has been grounded for the last 3 months. It is just down there after creating only 500 meters. It is down. Nowhere. It cannot even move because it can slide even with very little rains. So when we talk of the fuel, so when the fuel is given for Chesumei, so which machines are being fueled in Chesumei? We are talking about the fuel, so we in Chesumei, we don't have that fuel. For which machine? And yet the hired machine are not fueled by the county fuel. So actually see that we have something. But this is what we want in this out. We don't mad when somebody have died. Why should we always wait when one dies? We say we want the machine to come and work on our. It should be systematic. So should we say is that let people be dying every now and then so that we work out on our roads? And then also when we have the machines for maybe I'll die, a machine for Mosop, means of getting a machine that can go round, rendering for those emergencies. And then when the machine has been put in your place, our speaker, that you have now the machine in Chepkumia, why should it be pulled to Kilibwani because of an emergency? It should stay there to finish the 2 weeks or the 1 week and let the county lease one, hire one for that emergency because it is a disadvantage. Once it is gone, by the time it comes back to we know exactly that. We have this step by step. We in Chesumei, we know that the machine is in Chemundu. 2 weeks, it should be there in Kosirai, going round like that. But imagine, the other time we were told that grading of 10 kilometers. Some of us, we never managed to get the 10 kilometers. And then another phase came again. Sijui 3 kilometers of Marami. We have not seen any Maram. And the time is moving. So up to till when? And I also have another problem. It was made, but a lot of Marams come from Kosirai. When these Marams are being transported to other places, it's actually damaging our roads. But when we call upon them that they should be helping us to put some Marams so that our roads are does not get more damage, nobody hears about it. So should I tell the people of Kosirai to stop any Maram getting out of Kosirai? They should tell us, because when they are using our road, they should be putting some Marams there to make our road to be in good state. For now, even where the site of the Maram now, the roads are impassable. They are even, I've seen even in the WhatsApp, they have a WhatsApp group there, they want to plant some bananas. But I told them that the only thing you stop, whoever is taking the Maram from that place, let them pour Maram in those places so that when they are also moving, their roads are getting better. So actually, I support, but in any amendment, consider Chesumei, which has no machine, so that we are not locked out. When we talk of fuel, we have other machines. The only machine that we don't have in Chesumei is the crane. If they hire the crater, what about these other machines? And there's a lot of all of us. Otherwise, I stand to support this motion. Thank you.
Yes. Honorable, once you have contributed...
But with respect to emergencies.
Honorable Chelule, you are out of order.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Chelule.
I was for Mr. Speaker, but I think the issue of emergency...
Honorable Chelule, can you take your seat?
Thank you.
Take your seat, Honorable Chelule. Maybe we can come on point of order or any other way, but it is not to contribute to the said motion. Honorable Majority. Honorable Teno.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, and basing on the sentiments by the honorable members, I raise to move amendment that to move a motion of adjournment, Honorable Speaker. I raise understanding order number 95 that a member who wishes to postpone to some future occasion the further discussion of a question which has been proposed from the chair may claim to move that the debate be now adjourned. Honorable Speaker, I rise to move this adjournment, Honorable Speaker, so that the move of the motion may get time to make some amendment, Honorable Speaker, especially the twist that has been said, so that this motion.
Honorable Majority, is it the move of the motion or any member from the floor who can make the amendment?
Through your guiding, Honorable Speaker, it can
I think it is any member, but not the mover of the motion. The property now is for the House.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I'm well guided.
Thank you.
So any member may get time to move this amendment, Honorable Speaker, so that it can suit the situation, Honorable Speaker, especially that Honorable Speaker being in a situation of El Nino, Honorable Speaker, and if we push for 2 months, these roads would be damaged, Honorable Speaker. So I propose that we move this amendment so that we can consider the twist issue, the Jesume issue, and all the other factors, Honorable Speaker, so that this House can move on motion. And Honorable Speaker, you are aware also in a sub-county like myself, Honorable Speaker, we have 7 wards. When you have one crater, you wait for 7 months so that you can get a crater, Honorable Speaker. So it really messes our work, Honorable Speaker. I remember I was preparing my roads in June, Honorable Speaker, and I will be waiting after about June again so that I can get credit, Honorable Speaker. So it is so sad. So, Honorable Speaker, I wish to propose to move this motion of adjournment so that we can consider those factors, Honorable Speaker. I call upon my colleague, Honorable Sangutei, to second.
Thank you, Honorable Majority and the Deputy Majority. Now, Honorable Members, I now propose that this debate be adjourned to some other time, be discussed. Honorable Members, you discuss whether you want the motion be adjourned or you want us to continue with the debate.
We can bring all issues for amendment. Final draft, Mr. Speaker, sir. So I really support the motion so that it will also give room to members to put their input. And I want to request all the honorable members to feel fits to this motion. Let us do it so that by next week probably we are done with this motion.
Honorable Majority is privy to procedures, Mr. Speaker, and of course this is the right way to go so that any kind of amendment we can consult so that by the end of the day, any document that will support fully. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Milga.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I support the adjournment of this motion, simply because this going round of roads, years and years, our CEO was a former MCA here, and he was the one who was contributing here that the season should go home if the work is not going to be done. Unless there are some people around him who are doing this get down of him. I know Honorable CEO can do wonders, but what I can down when you are all, I can see some other members are not here. Sit down, which we cannot finish. It was like this the time I was there, since 2013, 2017. Thank you.
Honorable Whip.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr. Speaker. So that when we come, we will pass all the words. Our words will be captured accordingly. Consultation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Birech. And I think that I cut your eye.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I stand to support from the members. At the same time, to gap the period from 2 months to 2 weeks.
I therefore put a question that this debate be now adjourned to a later date. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a similar opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Or contrary opinion. Members, this debate is adjourned to 2:30 p.m. Next order.
Order number 9, adjournment.
So members, being no any other business, this house is adjourned to 2:30 p.m.